If you're a high school student thinking about the college application process, then you need to familiarize yourself with the different types of application systems before you dive into the college application process. For example, not all schools in the US utilize the most used application system, which is the Common App. And that's crucial to know which colleges do use it so that you can strategize your application plan and make the best use of your time during application season. So to get you prepared for the college application process, I'll go over different college application systems, how you can apply to them, and tips on how to make your college application stand out. Hi, I'm Natalie Stoberman and I'm an admissions associate here at BMO. Before we get started, subscribe on whatever social media channel that you're watching this on so you don't miss any of our upcoming videos. And if you'd like us to help you with your college application, click on the link above or below this video to schedule your free initial consultation. And FYI, check out the timestamps in the description of this video so you can navigate to specific sections that you're interested in. Here's what we're going to cover: college application systems and how to apply, and college application process tips. And we're giving away $50 Amazon gift cards every week to the best comments and questions. So comment below for your chance to win. And we also have the most effective tips to make your college application stand out. I'll talk about that more towards the end of the video, so make sure that you watch the whole thing. Let's get started. College application systems. The most crucial step that you need to take in your college application process, besides figuring out which schools to apply to, is to research the application systems that they use and consider the logistics of using multiple application systems. Here are the college application systems that you need to be aware of. Common App. Common Application, often referred to as Common App, is a centralized online portal for undergrad college applications, and it's used by over 900 schools in the US, Canada, and many other countries across the world. The college application process involves many components, from college essays and letters of recommendation to detailed academic history and test scores. Portals like Common App aim to simplify, streamline, and centralize the college application process for the convenience of both students and schools. Thanks to Common App, rather than submitting a separate application with individual components for every university, you can submit one single online application for multiple universities with common elements like personal information, education history, essays, activities, and letters of recommendation. In your application, you will indicate which colleges that you want to apply to, and the member colleges will review your Common App submissions to make the final admission decision. You can apply to as many as 20 colleges, but remember that while Common App is free, each school has their own application fee, and these can end up being quite hefty when they're added up. To apply, you need to create an account on the Common App website and upload all your information in the relevant tabs. A new version of the app comes out on August 1st every year for the next admission cycle, but you can create an app at any time and start entering information. Coalition App. This is an online centralized college application process started in 2016 by the Coalition for College Access, Affordability, and Success. Almost all member colleges of this organization use the Coalition App for their admissions process. Compared to Common App, this app is both newer and boasts fewer member colleges. But there's a reason for this limited college membership, because Coalition App was created for the specific purpose of helping make the admissions process easier for typically disadvantaged applicants, such as first-generation college goers and students from socioeconomically underprivileged backgrounds. That's why they have specific criteria for member colleges. They must accept students from diverse socioeconomic, cultural, and geographic backgrounds. They also have to offer low-debt financial aid that meets full financial need or offer lower in-state tuition rates. And they must have high graduation rates from students from all backgrounds. The application format and sections are also focused around encouraging students from disadvantaged backgrounds. For instance, in their activities section, there are additional activity types, such as family responsibilities or academic activities. Students can use this to explain their unique situation and why they didn't have time to take on the more traditional extracurricular activities. They also ask students to only identify their top 2 activities, and the remaining activities are unranked, unlike with Common App, where students have to rank every single activity. Universal College Application. The UCA portal is also a centralized online college application portal. However, it's used by just 3 universities: Harvard, Cornell, and University of Charleston. But all 3 of these universities also accept Common App. Though the UCA has a more user-friendly interface, this portal isn't a very popular choice because of its limited reach. However, some students who are applying to only public schools with their own application system along with the above 3 schools may find it more convenient and easier to use the UCA over Common App. Individual application systems. Some schools have their own college application process, which they may choose to offer along with the portals or instead of the portals. Public schools tend to have their own individual application system. For example, University of Texas and SUNY have their own application systems, but they also accept alternatives such as Common App and Coalition App, while MIT and UC schools do not accept any other portals except their own. Canadian college application processes. If you're planning on attending college in Canada, keep in mind that not every province has a streamlined college application process. In British Columbia, you would need to apply through the Education Planner BC portal to submit your post-secondary applications. Alberta also has their own college application process called Apply Alberta. And in Ontario, you're required to apply to college on the OUAC application portal. But keep in mind, with various individual college application processes in Canada, be sure to confirm your application criteria directly with your schools of choice to make sure that you utilize the correct application process. College application process tips. Many students work hard throughout their high school years to meet the admissions criteria of their dream schools. Yet, all that effort could easily be wasted if they don't invest time and effort in crafting a standout application that effectively communicates their best qualities. So how do you make sure that your application stands out and that you get those coveted acceptance letters? Don't worry, because we've got some expert tips to help you achieve your goal. Tip number 1, start early. One of the most critical mistakes that you can make during the college application process is to leave the application submission for the last minute. There's simply no reason for you to add extra stress and pressure to your life by leaving things to the last minute. Starting early enables you to prepare each application component thoroughly and leaves you plenty of time to check and recheck every aspect of your application. Remember that you need plenty of time to craft a well-written essay and seek out your letters of recommendation. These elements simply cannot be managed in a hurry. Moreover, Common App receives tens of thousands of college applications every year and processes applications for over 900 colleges. Their interface is known not to be very user-friendly, and due to the huge number of applicants, they can't always respond to technical queries promptly. So if you leave your submission until the last possible minute before the deadline and you run into technical problems, you could potentially miss out on this application cycle altogether. When should you start? Well, ideally towards the end of your junior year. Common App essay topics are released around the spring, so that's the ideal time to start working on your essay first drafts. You should also aim to notify your referees and ask for your letters before your junior year ends, so that they have the summer to work on them. At the latest, you should not delay starting your application beyond the beginning of your senior year. You will need at least 2 months to work on your application components, and it's even better to give yourself additional time on top of this to deal with any emergencies or delays. Number 2, select schools that are a good fit. Many students underestimate the importance of using research and strategy to select the schools that they're applying to. If the majority of the schools you're applying to are a wrong fit for your profile and vice versa, you're bound to get mainly rejections. To identify the schools that will be a good fit, you should take into consideration their admission statistics and criteria and weigh them against your own achievements. Here are some key aspects that you need to consider: average accepted GPA and standardized test scores of the matriculants, mandatory coursework required by the school, a school's mission statement and values, and a school's demographic or geographic preferences or requirements for admission. Your list of schools should mainly include universities that, on average, accept students with your profile and types of achievements. So make sure you study the composition of their matriculating class as well as all the elements of their admissions process to determine if you'd be a good fit. That way, you'll maximize your chances of success and avoid disappointment in the future. 3. Demonstrate excellent written communication skills. A key quality that colleges look for in applicants is excellent communication skills. This means not only your essays, but also your descriptions for activities need to be perfectly written and structured. Make sure your essay is clear, coherent, and concise, and that it has a compelling intro and conclusion and a logical flow. Your essay should present a cohesive narrative that follows through from all the other application components and is backed up by the evidence of your academic and extracurricular history. Ensure you review and fact-check every written component of your application and also check it thoroughly for spelling errors, grammar, coherence, structure, flow, and so on. Nothing turns off an admissions committee quicker than spelling mistakes in a college essay. Remember that in Common App, you don't have the option to go back and edit essays on submitted applications. So don't submit your essays till you've triple-checked your work and are 100% sure about the content. Tip number 4, choose the right activities and experiences. Your list of activities is one of the most important aspects of your application. Most colleges today look for applicants who demonstrate curiosity, as well as excellence in avenues beyond academia. The activities section of your college application is where you can really show that you have the essential qualities that they're looking for and back it up by evidence of your experience and growth. Generally speaking, most schools seek applicants who demonstrate critical thinking, maturity, academic potential, and innovation. While your academic potential is demonstrated via your GPA, your activities allow you to showcase the other qualities from this list. There's a huge selection of extracurricular activities that students can choose from to build their high school resume. Yet most apps have a limited amount of space available for extracurriculars. Common App only allows 10 entries, and they need to be ranked. So you'll need to think carefully about which of your activities to include and which ones to mark as not important. When making this decision, you should consider what types of activities might be favored by the schools that you want to get into. For instance, some schools prioritize applicants whose experiences align with the school's own values and missions. The best pre-med schools often include community engagement and social service as part of their key values and look for students who have completed meaningful volunteer work at nonprofit organizations. So consider how you've shown commitment to a particular cause, organization, mission, or about what simply makes you unique. Tip number 5, choose the right referees. It's very important to identify the right referees who can write letters of recommendation that complement your own narrative. If you're targeting the best undergrad business schools and you're claiming to have a flair for economics, but your performance in your AP Econ class wasn't memorable, your teacher won't be able to back up your claim. So always make sure that you select the right referees who can honestly contribute to the narrative of your application. Ask for letters from mentors, teachers, or supervisors who like you and who you've performed well for. It's crucial that you ask for the letters as early as possible. The referee will appreciate that you respected their time and you'll possibly get a better letter. Also, when you approach your referees, make sure that you discuss your key achievements to jog their memory of what you did. Some teachers may even ask you to write your own letter of recommendation, which could be a great opportunity to craft the perfect letter. However, it's not exactly an easy task writing a letter of recommendation for yourself, so make sure that you take time to craft a measured, well-supported letter that highlights your key achievements. Those are our tips to navigating the college application process with ease and success. Check out our blog to read more about how to make your college application stand out. I've included the link in the description of this video for easy access. And if you would like us to help you with your college application, click on the link above or below this video to schedule your free initial consultation. Hopefully you enjoyed this video, so please subscribe, like, and leave a comment. And if you have any questions about the college application process that I didn't cover, let me know in the comment section, and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Don't forget that we're giving away $50 Amazon gift cards every single week to the best comments and questions. So comment below for your chance to win. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.